All right, everyone, and welcome back into the cave for episode 5 as we continue to follow the Hartford Whalers on their journey towards a Stanley Cup championship. In the last episode, we managed to pick up, was it 12, 13? I'm not really sure number of points, but we did have a pretty good run there as we closed out those last 10 games. So a lot of exciting things were happening. The team was starting to pick it up. We were scoring. We improved a little bit in certain areas. I didn't make any major changes because we had a couple of injuries leading up to the end of that last episode. So everything's going to pretty much stay the same. We should get P-Check back here in just a couple of games. Greg Swift's going to pop up to that third line. Taven will jump up onto the second. So it's going to give those guys a little bit more room to grow and hopefully produce here as we get into these next couple of games. So coming up in this episode, we are going to see the Boston Bruins, the Vancouver Canucks, the St. Louis Blues, the Dallas Stars, the Ottawa Senators, again, a team that's played us very tough throughout the season, the New York Islanders. We'll see Utah twice, Tampa Bay, and Montreal. I've got a couple of games checked off that I think we should be able to get some points in there, like Vancouver, Ottawa, the Islanders. I think we can come away, and maybe this is being a little bit too hopeful, but I think we can come away with 13 points in today's episode as we continue to follow the Whalers on their quest. So with all that being said, folks, we're actually going to just jump right into this one. The Hartford Whalers are 18-9-3, fourth in our division, just 1 point behind the Bruins, who we play in our first game here in this episode. Okay, so we take on the Bruins here at home. So we'll be at home for looks like these first couple of games against the Bruins and the Canucks. Let's go jumping right into this one. The Bruins are 19-10-2, so they're having a pretty good season. As you saw, they're 1 point ahead of us currently in the standings. Jeremy Swayman will be in between the pipes for them. 17 games played, 7 wins, a .911 save percentage, so he's having a good season. Simo has been chosen by the coach to hop in between the pipes for this game. 13 wins, a .91 save percentage, and a 2.7 goals against average. So not terrible numbers, but definitely struggling. Our team's struggling on the penalty kill, which is allowing a lot of goals in there on DJ and Simo as we've moved throughout the season. In the last game against them, we won 4-3. We lost. No, I can't read this right. We are 0-1 against the Bruins so far this year. We lost 4-3. I did have the first star in the last game with the goal and a helper, so hopefully I can do that in this one. Okay, so let's take a look at the matchup, the dead-on matchup over here on the right side. Goals for per game. You can see that the Boston Bruins are currently second. Goals against, they're sixth. Their power play is currently ranked third in the NHL, and their penalty kill is third as well. The team is very good. Not really showing in the standings, but it's going to be a tough one definitely for us. As you see, our special teams is not the greatest, still at 27th and 32nd in both the power play and the penalty kill. So hopefully the team can come up big in this one. Let's go ahead and jump right into the game at the Hartford Civic Center. Okay, so here we are. We go on the power play almost immediately, and we get nothing out of that. This is a big game. We've got to be able to beat Boston. They are inside of our division, and they currently have that 1 point lead on us, so we need to leapfrog them in the standings. And Mike Feeney gets us a goal. There's a name we haven't heard too much of in the last couple of games. Okay, so we get to the end of the first period. It's 1-0. So holding down in the net right there for Simo. Feeney gets her a goal. Help her out a little bit. Let's roll into the second period. Rolling right into the second. Oh, we're just about 5 minutes in. We're on the power play again. Nothing there. And then Pavel Zacha puts one past Moran, so that's going to tie this game right back up. We're about halfway through. Shots are just about even, and Zacha gets a second goal. It's 2-1 Boston. The fans here in Hartford are getting a little worked up. Yeah, we don't want to see Boston come into our home ice and beat us. And they score on the power play. So it's going to be 3-1. Hartford really struggling on the power play. They give up a goal to Marchand. It's 4-1. About 10 minutes left. Can we get a miracle on the power play? No, we get nothing this game. Mike Kelly gets us a goal, but it's a little too late, I think. Yeah, that Kelly goal is going to be just a little bit too late. A 4-2 loss on our home ice against the rival Boston Bruins. They make their way down the freeway to Hartford and give us a little bit of a whooping. Our 3 stars of the game, we've got Swayman between the pipes, gave up 2 goals but had 29 saves, so a good game for him. Pavel Zacha, 2 goals, no assists. And Lindholm with the game-winning goal and 2 helpers, so a good game from him. Boston basically just came into the Civic Center, into the mall, and gave us a little bit of a whooping. So hopefully we can pick it up. All right, folks, that is a 0 on the board. So we start this episode with 0 points, but we got 9 games to go, so hopefully we can get something out of this. All right, folks, so we are getting ready to take on the Vancouver Canucks, still on our home ice for this one. I got this one marked down as a game we should be able to win, so I'm thinking we might get a couple of points, maybe at least 1 out of this game. Good news is Pichek is back. Wasn't quite ready 100%, but he doesn't want to see the team lose, so he has decided to jump back into the lineup. So that is huge as we move into this game against Vancouver. We definitely missed him in that game against the Bruins. So we are back at home. I'm sorry, not back at home. We are at home at the Hartford Civic Center inside the mall to take on the Vancouver Canucks, who are 17-8-4 coming out of the West. We are 18-10-3. They'll have Thatcher Demko between the pipes. He's got 15 wins and a .90 save percentage, 2.7 goals against. Simon will be in between the pipes for us. 13 wins, .911 save percentage, and that 2.8 goals against average. Over here on the right side in that dead-on matchup, goals for per game. They're 3rd in the league, 13th in goals against, 11th on the power play, and 31st on the kill. So they're not stopping anybody on special teams as well. So we're going to need to come up with something on our power play. Again, we are currently 28th in the league. We had quite a few opportunities against Boston and came away with nothing. So this is a big game for us. Hopefully an opportunity to get some more points. Let's go ahead and jump right into the Hartford Civic Center and see how the team makes out against the Vancouver Canucks. All right, so here we are inside the mall, baby. We're here for another game, taking on the Vancouver Canucks. It's a quiet one to get started. Just some shots on net, about 7-5 right now. No action. And Garland puts one past. Every time I say that, they score. So we're going to get to the end of the first period. It's going to be a 1-0 Vancouver lead. Garland had that lone goal past Moran. Let's roll right into the second period, shall we? And then Travis Keller getting the goal from the 4th line, but Garland says, no, I'm going to take a second one, put one past, and then Kelly ties it right back up, and Fetto gets us the goal. It's a 3-2 game. Wheeler ties it up. This game is back and forth here inside the second period as the Whalers have put 3 on the board, but the Vancouver Canucks have answered right back. We got about 5 minutes to go. Shots are way in favor of Hartford. And we are at the end of the second. Excellent period from the Whalers, getting a goal from the killer. And then Kelly and Fetto also kicking in a few to tie this game, to have this game tied. Wheeler actually tied it up with about 12 minutes to go. Let's roll into the third. Let's see if we can come away with a victory and get those 2 points for the team as we journey towards 13 in this episode. Right now, shots are in favor of Hartford, so we are putting plenty of pucks on the net. We got a few passed. About 5 minutes to go. Let's get one. No overtimes. And yeah, we're going into overtime. This thing is tied. Let's go ahead and head into the mall and see what the Whalers can do in overtime. All right, so here we are in the overtime period. We've got Kelly. We've got Connor. We've got Serge out on the ice, and Serge takes it right to the net. Score it. Oh, it gets knocked away. All right, here we go. DeBrusque, former Bruin, taking it down all by himself. Who's going to stop him? And Kelly says, I'll take that puck back. Sergio bringing it down on his own still. Makes a move, takes a shot. That was a pretty sweet move. Burns to Kelly. Kelly over to Ibarra. Ibarra to Burns. And, shot bounces off. Okay, come on now. Pick him up, Serge. There you go. Good stop. Simon with the stop in net. Serge just beats on that dude. And he sees Fetto wide open. Let's do it. Oh, and Fetto can't put it away.
Well, here in overtime, you never know nerves with that save. It's timely and it's huge.
Both teams are set. They're ready to drop the puck.
Fetto with a great opportunity there, just couldn't put it past the goalie.
Vancouver's won the draw.
And Garland, who scored a couple goals in this game, he's got the puck, brings it up. Cheadle to the net. And there's Morgan. And he gets just hung up on the boards. Paul with some good defense. Here comes Paul. We know what he can do in the overtimes. Taking it right to the net. And he just takes it all the way. Oh, no. Come on, Fetto, get back. There you go. Haven't really seen Fetto in overtime. Well, we got a good look at him here. Fetto. Oh, stopped right at the blue line. 26 seconds to go. Paul bringing it down. He's got it. He's going to shoot it again. Watch. Oh, what are you doing? Pass it. Kelly. No, go get it. Serge, get him. Oh, my God. Wow. Wow. On our home ice.
Man, that was a fun one, and I'll say this, the right team won.
All right, so that was definitely a fun game. Got to see an overtime, but we come away with only the 1 point in an overtime loss, so that's good. Okay, we did get a point there. It's going to be tough to get to 13 with only about 8 games left in this episode. But we got to see something we hadn't seen yet. Fetto was out there on the overtime, actually had an opportunity to put this one away. Unfortunately, the goalie was just a little bit better than him on that shot. So, decent game at the Mall. Unfortunately, we couldn't come away with the win against that Western Conference team. So let's go ahead and take a look at our 3 stars of the night. And yes, I see Mike Kelly. He had a goal and 0 assists. Mr. Fetto, yeah, he had a goal and a helper. Excellent game from Fetto. Good to see him jumping into the mix. And Garland had 2 goals and 0 assists in that game to get the top star for the Vancouver Canucks. So another good game for the team as we get ready for the St. Louis Blues on the road. That's going to be a good game. Hopefully we get a couple of points out of that one. That would be great. We're currently at 1 point for the episode through 2 games. So hopefully the team really starts to pick it up, especially on the power play and killing off those penalties. Even though Garland's came full strength in this game. Okay, so excellent news for us. Everybody is healthy. Everybody is back. So that is definitely good to know. Pichek will be fully healthy and playing the entire next game. Taven is back. We did see Mr. Killer Keller get himself a goal in that last game as well. So that was definitely good to see that coming off of that 4th line, which has been a bit of a struggle for us. So excellent performance from him there as we move into this game against the St. Louis Blues. They are 14, 14, and 4. So currently at NHL 500, as they have gotten to this point in their season. They're 6-3-1 in their last 10. We're 18, 10-4, 5-4-1 in our last 10. Simo will be between the pipes in St. Louis. So that's helpful to us. Hopefully she plays just a little bit better than she has in the last couple appearances. Jordan Binnington, he will be between the pipes for the Blues. Of course, if you watched any hockey this year, and a lot of folks did watch that Four Nations Cup, you saw him there. Played really well for them in that final game. Let's roll over to the matchups. In those dead-even matchups, or dead-on matchups, whatever I call them, we have them in goals per game. We currently have them in goals against per game. Power play percentage, we're just about even, so neither team's really scoring on that power play, and their penalty kill is right about the median level for the league, right about halfway. So very good so far for them. So we're just going to roll right into this one. I'm truly believing that we are going to get 2 points out of this. I have complete faith in the team to get some goals. Historically, in my simulations, we have beat this team pretty bad. So if you did watch any of those episodes from the Bolters, which were lost, unfortunately. But if you saw any of those, we were beating them up very bad with this team. So hopefully we can do the same in this game against the St. Louis Blues. All right, so here we are in St. Louis, and Joseph scores almost immediately. We go on the power play, and Connor Burns gets us a power play goal. That's what I want to see, power play goals. But Neighbors puts one past Moran, and the Professor gets us a goal, so it's all tied up. And this is back and forth to start this one for sure. Shots are almost even. We got about 3 more than they do. In a 2-2 tie as we approach the end of the first. We're going to roll right into the second period, okay? This game's all tied up. It's been a shootout to start, kind of back and forth. Oh, easy with that word shootout. We don't want to see another one of those. That's bad for this team. We're about halfway through this second period, and we are definitely rolling. Loving what I'm seeing out of this team. We're stopping them. So good defensive second period. Nobody manages to score. Let's roll into the third and see who can put this one away in St. Louis. Again, this is a team that we kind of beat up pretty bad. They're on the power play here. They're going to get killed off. So the team's doing well, killing penalties in this game. We're also shooting the puck like crazy. Look, we got 33 shots in this game. Just can't get anything past Bennington. So the Professor with the game-winning goal. We go out on the road, and the team gets me 2 points against St. Louis. That was a game that I was certain that we either had to get 2 points or we would get 2 points. So an excellent job there. Thank you so much, Professor, for getting us that game-winning goal right at the end. Let's go ahead and jump in. Take a look at our 3 stars, shall we? 3 stars of the game. Yes, Joseph, he had that early goal to start it off for St. Louis. So he's going to be our 3rd star. Mike Kelly has 2 helpers. Huge for him. That's more points. Just keep adding on to that point total. He's our 2nd star, and our top star with that game-winning goal. He actually had 2 in the game. Goes to the Professor, and he's starting to creep up that list as well in points for the Whalers. So great job, again, from that top line. They just continue to be effective and to produce as we continue on. All right, folks, so here we are. We have made our way to Dallas, to the American Airlines Center, where we're going to take on the Dallas Stars in the 4th game of this episode. Really exciting stuff. We had that overtime against Vancouver. Okay, we had that win against St. Louis, so we're at 3 points for the episode. The team is starting to gel as we move throughout these games. Really exciting to see some of this stuff. I just checked on the lines. Everything has remained the same. Coach is saying he's going to leave everybody where they are as we continue on. Simo will be between the pipes here in Dallas, so that's good to see. Not really doing too much in getting her and DJ back and forth. I think we will see that on those back-to-backs just to keep her well rested. So here's what we have moving into Dallas, okay? We're 19-10-4 at this point in the season. They are 18-9-4. Simo will be between the pipes. She's got those 14 wins and that .910 save percentage. Casey DeSmith. So we won't see the Otter. Ottinger will be sitting on the bench. Casey DeSmith will be in for this one. So he's been in 4 games. He's got 3 wins, so he's been pretty good. He's got a .949 save percentage, so that's great. And look at that goals against average of 1.65. So that's just some exciting stuff, definitely for Dallas. Kind of goes to show that they can pretty much throw anybody in net, and they're going to be pretty solid. In the dead-on matchups over here on the right, 3.15 goals for per game. That's us. 3.16 is them. So we're right neck and neck there. They really kind of have us in, well, of course, power play and penalty kill, but we're not going to talk about that again. Goals against per game, their defense is great. They've given up only 2.55. I actually saw these guys live myself with this team that you're going to see. I got to see the Otter in net against my Islanders this year at home. I'm sorry, not at home. At the American Airlines Center. The place is electric. It's like no other hockey atmosphere I've ever seen. The people are, just, it's a sea of green, man. It's a sea of green. So I'm excited to see. Hopefully we get to jump into an overtime in this game because I'd love to see what it looks like on the screen. Our green versus their green. So that's going to be a little confusing if we get some goals on the board. So with all that being said, folks, let's go ahead and make our way into the American Airlines Center for tonight's game against the Dallas Stars. All right, so here we are early on. Dallas goes on a power play, and we killed it off. That's a huge kill. We get another one, and we kill that off. All right, and then Jimmy Lamoureux starts the scoring off for us. It's 1-0 Hartford. We're out on the road. We've been playing better on the road, I think. We'd have to check that out. So we're going to come to the end of the first period, and this game it's a 1-0 lead. If we can hold them off, because this is definitely an offensive team. We know that they can score, and they do play defense. So usually once they get up, especially at home, they tend to hold teams off. Let's go ahead into the second period. We go on the power play, and we get nothing out of that. And then Ben's going to score. So this is a 1-1 game. About halfway through, they're on the power play. We're going to kill that. No, we give up a goal. Sagan gets he gets a goal. It's 2-1. Blackwell scores. It's 3-1. Simo's not holding it down between the pipes tonight against Dallas. This is going to be the end. Oh, Donoff scores right at the end of the period. So it's 4-1. We're going to need a miracle comeback. All right, who's going to lead the way? Is it going to be Pichek? Is it going to be Kelly? Is somebody going to just step up and just put the puck in the net? Let's see what happens here in the third period. And Hintz gets another goal. DJ's now between the pipes, so they pulled her after that 4-goal, 2 periods. And then Feddo gets us a power play goal, so he wants to get back into this thing. That's a couple goals for him in the last couple of games. He's been hot. And we go on the power play again, and we're going to get nothing. This is going to be a 5-2 or 5-3 loss for us. And yes, it is a 5-2 loss in Dallas. Unfortunate. The team played not good. Really not good. Not too bad on the power play or penalty kill. But unfortunately couldn't come away with the win. Like I said, that's a tough place to play. And I didn't have that down as one of my point getters in this series. So far the team has come through when I've asked them to. If you saw the ones I had dotted off here on my list, we've actually come up with some points in those games. So we've got a couple more opportunities moving forward, but this unfortunately was not a good game. Not a good game. I'm kind of looking around. I'm talking to the dogs here. But yeah, not a good game. And here's our 3 stars. Sorry, I almost forgot about this because, yeah, I knew it was going to be like this. Blackwell's a 3rd star. He had a goal. DeSmith, like I mentioned in the pregame, he's good. He's definitely good. 2 goals, 28 saves. Rupe Hintz had a goal and 1 assist. So a good game all around from the Dallas Stars. As we get ready to take on the Ottawa Senators, a team that has just bothered us. Okay, I think we might have a win against them, but they have bothered us all year. So let's head on back and see how we do against the Ottawa Senators here in the next game. All right, folks, so here we are. Another injury update. No injuries. So the team is healthy. Everybody's playing at full energy, so that's definitely good. We did take a tough loss to Dallas. Again, not so much a tough loss. I hate to say it, but I kind of expected it. I knew that Dallas is a good team. They had a good goalie, so it was going to be tough on our guys to get that victory. So we're heading into a couple of games where I think we could get some points. We've got Ottawa coming up on the 18th. We'll take on the Islanders in New York on the 20th, and then Utah on the road on the 22nd. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Ottawa Senators. They're 11-18-2, 4-5-1 in their last 10. We are 19-11-4, 5-4-1 in our last 10, so that really hasn't changed too much. Simo will remain between the pipes for us, even though she struggled in that last game against Dallas, and we had to put DJ in. We're going to go ahead and give her the vote of confidence here in this game against Ottawa. Anton Forsberg will be manning the net for Ottawa. He's got 5 games played. He hasn't won yet. He's .85 save percentage and a 5.39 goals against average. So either they had an injury or they don't think we can hang with them. So they're putting their backup goalie in there against us. You can see in the so far throughout the season we're 2-1 against these guys. We beat them in the shootout last time we played them. Brady Tkachuk had a goal and 2 assists in that game. We look at the dead-on matchups. So goals for per game, we got them there. We got them in every statistical category with the exception of the penalty kill. They are better than us at 82.5%. Team leaders, Claude Giroux, 27 points. Mike Kelly currently with 45 on pace for, well, quite a few. He's having a heck of a season so far. Okay, so with all that being said, folks, we see what we have to do now. Okay, we have 3 points. So far in this episode, we've got 6 games left. So if we're going to get to 13, we got to win at least 5 of the next 6. All right? We either win them or tie a couple. I don't know how we're going to do it. I'm not the math guy. That's up to some of you. But we got to do something. We got to come up big here. See if we can get a streak going. So let's go ahead and make our way into the Canadian Tire Center for tonight's game against the Ottawa Senators. All right, so here we are in Ottawa early on. We know that this team has definitely given us fits all season. All right, defensively, they play well against us. They go on the power play. We're going to kill that one off. That's a good job there from the team. We sent them on another power play. We killed that one off. So we're getting to the end of the first period. There is no score, and it's going to stay that way. All right, so a good first period. We're not shooting the puck like I'd like to see us shoot it, only taking 6 shots, but let's see what we can do in the second period. Moving on to the second. Amadio gets the goal past Moran, and then Kelly says, no, I don't think so. We send him on the power play, and we kill that one off. Then we go on the power play. We kill that one. They kill that one off. And Greg, who we've seen his name a bunch of times against us, but Isaac, where'd he come from? Isaac Captain Morgan with the goal. It's a 2-2 tie. This team has taken us to overtime a couple times. We're going to go through the second period. A lot of scoring back and forth. Amadio had a goal, then Kelly, then Greg, then Isaac, the Captain Morgan. And here we go, rolling right into the third period. All right. No score about 5 minutes into this period. Kachuk gets the goal. It's 3-2. Can we get a goal? Somebody put something in the net. We put them back on the power play. Don't allow a goal. Great job from the team. They got us in shots in this game. They are being aggressive, super aggressive. And yeah, so we take another loss to these guys. And they've definitely had it in for us since that first preseason game when we got to them pretty good. So let's go ahead and take a look at our 3 stars of the game. Amadio, he had that early goal for them. 1 goal and 0 assists. He's a 3rd star. The 2nd star is Kachuk, who had that winning goal. He had a goal and 0 assists. And Forsberg, all right? This guy had 5 games played and no wins. His save percentage was 850 something, and his goals against was like 5. And we made him look like a MVP. All right, 2 goals against, 28 saves. So the guy played a heck of a game in net there, filling in. So great job from him and the Ottawa Senators in giving us a little bit, basically a taste of our own medicine as we've gotten them the last couple of times. So let's go ahead and mark that on the board. That's another one of those 0 points, folks. And we have 3 losses so far in this series of episodes. And it's been a real struggle as we can't take down the teams that we really need to beat, okay? So, we had that. I mean, Dallas, yes. Boston, yes. But we have to beat Ottawa or at least get a point out of that game. So this was a bit of a struggle. So let's make our way back into the studio, and we'll check in on our next game against the New York Islanders. Okay, so here we are now, coming off that loss to the Ottawa Senators. 3-2. Kachuk, of course, had that game-winning goal. It was just like fire back and forth. Goal, 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 goal. It was an exciting game, a game that we needed to get, and we didn't. So that makes this game against the Islanders that much more important for this episode. We're not going to get to 13 points unless we win these next 5 in a row, which I don't really see happening. We've got to play Tampa Bay in there, and we also have Utah twice, and those are 2 tough teams. So these are going to be key games. This Islander game, that Montreal game, and getting one of those Utah games would be huge. That would get us to about 9 points for the episode, and I'd be happy with that. Try to keep us in that, 5th or 6th spot within the conference. So let's take a look at this game tonight at the UBS Arena. We're taking on the New York Islanders. They're 10-21-5. So don't be fooled by the record, folks. Every time we play someone who has a record like that, we get our handed to us. Right. I didn't blur that out either. Okay. We're 19-12-4, so our team has a good record, but we have not been able to put the puck in the net the last couple of games. Simo will be between the pipes for us again with 14 wins and that .90 save percentage, 2.92 goals against. That continues to climb as the team is not playing defense the way we expect it to. Ilya Sorokin, excellent goalie. He'll be in net for the Islanders. Unfortunately, you can see he's only got the 8 wins and that .902 save percentage on 3.4 goals against. The last time we met these guys, yes, we came away with a big win. Connor Burns played a great game. He had 2 goals and an assist, and we beat them 3-2. In the dead-on matchups, goals for per game, we've got them there. We've got them in every statistical category with the exception of the power play and the penalty kill. And you know what? I'm just gonna start gonna cross in this. I'm not even gonna look at that anymore because I feel like every time I look at it, we are in dead last place, and we just can't hold. We can't stop anybody. All right, when they're on the man advantage. So, and I mean that should be telling me, Mike, we got to make a change. Mike, we got to make a change. But I haven't done it yet. So until I do, that number is gonna stay where it is. Okay, so now that I've gone on and on about that, you can see our team leaders down here on the bottom as well. Brock Nelson, he's got 35 points. The leader of the Islanders in this sim. Of course, in real life, he was traded to Colorado at the deadline. So I miss him quite a bit. He's one of my favorite players with my Islanders. And Mike Kelly's got 46 points for the Whalers as we head into the UBS Arena for tonight's game against the New York Islanders. All right, so here we are early on, no score. Kelly goes out and picks up a power play goal. What is a power play goal? Wow, great job from Kelly getting that power play goal. Really like to see that. It's a 1-0 lead here in New York. And Bo Horvat with the goal. We send them on the power play. They get nothing out of that. So we're going to get to the end of the first period, and we see goals from the two leaders of their teams, Kelly and Horvat, to make it a 1-1 game. We go to the second period, and let's see some green on the board. And Kelly gets another one. Can he get a hat trick against his favorite team? Yeah, he plays for the Whalers, but everybody knows his favorite team is the Islanders. And Anthony Duclair gets a goal. It's 2-2 as we get to the halfway point. Pierre Engvall down on that fourth line for the Islanders picking up a goal. It's 3-2. And we're letting everybody score on us, aren't we? Okay, we're going to roll right into the third period. Can we get one back? Somebody score a goal. Don't let them score on the power play. And Kyle Palmieri gets the goal. It's 4-2 Isles. This is where they struggle right towards the end of the game. Can we just stick it to them? I don't think we're gonna. They're gonna hold us back. Oh, and the professor gets a goal, and so the professor put that goal in late in the game, but it just wasn't enough. Kelly had 2, the professor with the 1, but the Islanders come away with the victory on their home ice. That is 3 losses in a row for the Whalers. It's a 4-3 loss in New York. Let's take a look at our 3 stars. Yeah, I'm going to say Palmieri for sure. He had that goal. Noah Dobson had 0 goals and 2 assists. And Mike Kelly had 2 goals and 0 assists in this game. So he comes back to New York, around New York, and gets himself the top star. Played well at the UBS Arena, but unfortunately couldn't come away with the victory. Okay, so a tough loss to the Islanders out there on the island. 4-3. The team just couldn't put the puck in the net, and unfortunately we couldn't stop the puck either. So we have now hopped on a flight and made our way out to Utah, where we're going to take on the Utah Hockey Club in the first matchup of the season against these guys. This is right before we go on our little Christmas break. So hopefully everybody gets out there. They're energized. They want to play. We're going to get this win for the Hartford folks for Christmas before we head out onto that Christmas break. We got just about 4 games to go in this episode. And, we're in the midst of a 3-game losing streak, straight losses, whatever you want to say. But we are in the midst of a losing streak here, coming off tough losses to Dallas, Ottawa, and New York. Of course, there's 2 games right there we probably should have come away with, that Ottawa game and that Islanders game. So we are 6 games. Yeah, 6 episodes. We're 6 games into this current episode, and this team has just 3 points. Okay, so it's been a struggle. So let's go ahead and take a look at this game as we get ready to head to the Salt Lake City Arena to take on the Utah Hockey Club. They have a pretty good record so far, all right? A brand new team this year. They're 18-16-1, And we are 19, 13, and 4 currently. In their last 10, they've been pretty strong. They've got a 6-4-0 record. We're 3-6-1. So our team has hit the skids a little bit, but hopefully we'll start to pick things up as we continue forward in these next 4 episodes. Between the pipes for Utah tonight, they'll have Karel Vamelka. Yeah, got that one. Karel Vamelka. 31 games played, 14 wins, .899 save percentage. So he's been pretty steady in the net for them. He's been in there almost all year, missing just a couple of games. We'll have Simo between the pipes. Of course, she's been platooning back and forth with DJ, who actually got a little playing time a couple games ago when she got beat pretty bad. So hopefully she'll be able to hold it down. We'll take a look over here at our dead-on stats here on the right, 3.08. 17th in the league goals per game for us. We're about even there with Utah. They're at 15th. Goals against, they're at 29th. We're at 16th. So they're giving up quite a few goals. All right, defensively, not the best team. They're a little bit smaller team. They are quick. They are fast. So that could kind of put some pressure on us as we go through this game. However, defensively, they're not the best. Power play percentage, they're good. And a penalty kill, they're right down there with us in 27th. We're 32nd. So we have climbed out of the basement when it comes to the penalty kill, but we are definitely not that good as we continue to struggle through the first half of the season when it comes to the penalty kill. And again, I'm not going to sit here and harp about that over and over and over again. We know there has changes that need to be made, and we're going to make those changes probably at the trade deadline to try to strengthen this team up to try to solidify a playoff spot. So let's go ahead and jump into the Salt Lake City Arena for tonight's game against the Utah Hockey Club. All right, so here we are early on in the first period. Gavin Kirkus gets us a goal. That's great. He is kind of on the trade block. Connor Burns gets a goal. It's 2-0. They go on a 5-on-3, a 5-on-4, and Dursey gets a goal on the power play. So, of course, we can't kill that off. Team continues to struggle on the kill. It's 2-1 Hartford as we approach the end of the first period. And yes, so here we are at the end of the first period. 2 goals for us. Kirkish and Burns come through. Excellent job there. Let's go ahead and jump into the second period of play. Hopefully we can get another goal, and the professor comes through. It's 3-1 Hartford. Come on, boys. Let's go ahead and get this win now. Hopefully she holds it down between the pipes. That is the most important part of this entire experiment, really, is that we have a good goalie. And, so we're going to get to the end of the second period, and we hold on to that 3-1 lead. Thank you, Professor. Rolling right into the third, and Hayton says, no, we're going to get a goal right back. It's 3-2. Feeney scores. So Feeney comes out of the shadows to get a goal. It's 4-2. Very good defensive player. We don't see too much out of him on offense. Power play, we killed that one off. That was huge. And we're getting to be about 3 minutes to go. Can we hold them off? And yes, we do hold them off. We actually picked up that empty netter from Blake Sant right there at the end. He saw that he saw the opportunity to get his name up on the board, and yeah, he did, shooting it from about probably 3/4 ice. So great job from Blake there, getting his name on the board. Awesome. Okay, so the Whalers come away with the victory here against the Utah Hockey Club as we approach the Christmas deadline. So that's a huge win for them. For us, I'm sorry. A huge win for us. Gets us another 2 points. So that's 5 on the episode. The team hasn't been playing all that great through about 7 games here in the episode. But now we're going to go home. We're going to be with the families, go get those gifts under the Christmas trees, and I hope we can come out after the break and get the team some victories. So we're going to have 3 games left in this episode. If we can get another 4 points, that would be great. That'll get us to about 9. That was kind of our goal after losing those 3 games in a row. So we end that little winless skid with this win over Utah. A great job from the team tonight. Oh, and look at that. I almost forgot about our stars. Yeah, our stars of the night. I'm very sorry. I'm so excited about Christmas, I guess. Not in real life, but okay. So Kelly picks up the 3rd star. He had 2 helpers. Dursey, of course, with that power play goal and 1 assist. And Simo held it down between the pipes to get that 1st star for the Whalers tonight. So once again, we're heading into the break. We'll have a couple days off. That's going to give our team some time to rest. We know that Pichek and Taven were not at full strength as we made our way into this game, so that'll give them that little bit of extra time to kind of rejuvenate and get themselves healthy. Okay, so here we are. Merry Christmas, come and gone. Getting ready to take on the Tampa Bay Lightning. This is going to be a tough game for us. Now, we know that this team has been very good against those teams that are really on the better side of the league. We've actually struggled against teams with losing records. So hopefully we can get something going against the Tampa Bay Lightning. They're currently 25-9-1. We're 20-13-4. In this episode, we have lost 4 games. We had 2 wins and then that one overtime against Vancouver. So it's been pretty uneventful for us as we need something to happen here in these next 3 games. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. We're going to take a look between the pipes now for the Tampa Bay Lightning. We'll have Andrei Vasilevsky. And then between the pipes for the Hartford Whalers, Cyril Moran, 28 games, 15 wins, .907 save percentage. Vasilevsky, just about the same, actually. They're playing just about the same. His goals against average is just a little bit higher, as you can see down there on the left. Our dead-on matchup over there on the right, goals for per game. Yes, this is a high-scoring Tampa Bay Lightning team. They are first in the NHL, 3.86 per game. Defensively, they're right about the same as us. Power play percentage, they are the best. This is the best power play team in the league. So we have to shut these guys down. I am calling out my penalty killers. So if you're on penalty kill line 1 or penalty kill line 2, you need to do your job in this game so we can get this victory. This is going to be a huge game for us, okay? And our team leaders, Braden Point, he's got 52. Mike Kelly has 50. So you can see starting to fall back on the league lead, but still playing pretty well here in the inaugural season, trying to maybe set that team record and hold on to it for a while. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into this next game against the Tampa Bay Lightning. All right, so here we are early on in the first period. Very high-scoring team, and Braden Point gets the first goal of the game. It's going to be 1-0 Tampa Bay, and they are aggressive. Look at them shooting the puck. They go on the power play. Let's kill it. Yes, so the team comes through big there. We did give up 1 power play goal. All right, so here we are. It's 1-0 at the end of the first period. Just that lone goal from Braden Point. Let's go ahead and get into the second period, shall we? Just a couple minutes in, we put them back on the power play. We're going to kill it. No, we don't. Cirelli puts the goal past Moran. Rolling right through, we put them on the power play again. Guys, this is the best team in the league on the power play. We cannot continue to give them the opportunities. We did kill that one off, but we are doing nothing ourselves. Vasilevsky is just holding things down. It's a 2-0 game at the end of the second period. Tampa Bay in the lead everywhere. Shots, goals. They've been on the power play a bunch, so our team is not playing the most disciplined brand of hockey. Darren Paul from the defensive line, he gets us a goal. Gensel with the goal. It's 3-1 Tampa Bay. We go on the power play, and Mike Kelly gets us a goal. It's 3-2. This is a big game. Come on. Somebody get us a goal. On the power play again. Nothing. Can somebody tie this thing up at the end? Please. Yes, Mike Kelly. Okay, so we are going to overtime. We're going to get the point either way. Mike Kelly with 57 seconds left puts one past Vasilevsky. This is some exciting stuff. Again, this is a true test for this team. This is a very difficult hockey team that we're playing, and we are all tied up. We're taking them to overtime. We know what we're going to see in the overtime already. We know who's going to be playing. Hopefully we can get something out of Burns or Ibarra or Kelly. Kelly looking for a hat trick if he can score to win this one. The last thing we want to see is a shootout. We struggle in the shootout. So let's go ahead and jump into the overtime period. All right, folks, so here we are, overtime. Kelly and Point at the center dot. Ibarra to Burns. Somebody, no, he lost the puck. And go get him, Serge. No, Kucherov. Point. Kucherov. Oh, good stop. Let's go ahead. Let's get this puck on the face-off. Win it, Kelly. Yes, he wins it. He gives it to Burns. Go ahead, share it. There you go to Ibarra. Ibarra to Kelly. Kelly, Ibarra. No! Take the shot, Serge. There it is. Now. Oh, Kelly got just tied up in front of the net. Serge. Serge. Not going to wait. Oh, good job. All right, let's go, Connor. Let's go, Connor. Oh, he just turned right. Okay, so we got Fetto, we got Morgan out there. Morgan's going to take the face-off, which means we probably have Paul up there on the blue line. Paul to Fetto. Good pass. Fetto with the shot, nothing. No shootouts, baby. Somebody score a goal. Go get it, Fetto. Fetto's been our MVP here in the last couple weeks. Oh, no. Oh, no. And Paul gets back. Good job on defense. Knock it away. All right. Pass. What's he doing? He holds on to it. All right. Good glove save. 43 seconds to go. Big face-off here. Let's get it, Isaac. He's got it. Gives it to Fetto. Fetto to Ibarra. Serge all alone. Take it. Oh, and he missed it. Fetto's got to get back. Look at him. Hustle. Good job. Good job. Okay, we got 29 seconds. Take care of the puck. Take care of the puck. Oh, Fetto's like, I'm just going to take it on my own. Here he goes. Oh, what was that? He tried to pass it back. No, do not lose this game like this. And Simo stops it. And then pass it to Ibarra. P-check. Oh, he's got to clear it. Isaac, 2 seconds. Slap shot, nothing. It's going to be Braden Point taking on Simo. And, oh. Okay, here's Kelly. Come on now. Yes! This is silly. 25 rounds. Paul, thank you. I almost don't want to tie it. If the next guy ties it again, I'm done. Okay, Mr. Fetto. Oh, he gets stopped. Okay, so this game's over after like 30 shots in a shootout. I'll have to edit that one down, but that was cool. It was cool. It was long, but it was cool.
What a game! What
Okay, so that was absolutely bonkers. Okay, if you hung through most of that, that was crazy. Like, I don't even know, 20, 30 something shots in that shootout. Just save after save after save, and then they managed to sneak one by us. Fetto had a last chance to try to tie it up, and I was almost begging him not to because I didn't want to watch any more of that. So 4-3 Tampa Bay Lightning win. We do get a point out of that because we took them to overtime, so good job there. We've got 2 games left in this series. We'll take on Montreal. We'll take on Utah. Let's look at 3 stars from tonight's game. Gensel. These guys all kind of got forgotten after that 2-hour shootout, but Gensel had a goal and an assist. Jacob had no goals but 3 assists. Actually, that's a little off because No, that's right. Okay, he had three helpers, so a good job from him. And then Kelly with the 2 goals. He also had the shootout goal to kind of start the whole thing. That really tied it up. So good game all the way around. Everybody played good. They're all extremely tired after that ridiculous shootout. So let's go ahead and get ready for the game against the Montreal Canadiens. All right, folks. So I jumped right into this one. I didn't even go through a pregame because, that shootout made things a little crazy here. But Walker he goes ahead and gets us a goal early against Montreal. This is a game we should easily, easily win. They're not playing the best brand of hockey this year. So we're trying to get 2 points out of this one. First period, 1-0 Hartford against one of our major rivals. And yeah, we're going to hold them down right there. Moving right on into the second period of this game against the Montreal Canadiens. Shoot, I don't even know who's in net, but we're going to guess that it's Simo, probably. We go on to power play. We get another goal, this one from Connor Burns. Again, this is not necessarily a pushover. Usually we struggle against these teams with worse records, but I think we're going to do something here. Yes, and then Braden gets us a goal, so it's 3-0 right here at the end of the second period at home in Hartford. Let's go ahead and roll right into the third. About halfway through, we've got a 3-0 lead. Are we going to get the shutout? Mike, don't speak too soon. Power play for Montreal. We kill that one off. And we just keep right on rolling. Yeah, so in that very, very quick game against the Montreal Canadiens, sorry, I just kind of jumped because of that long game against the Tampa Bay Lightning. We come away with a shutout. Excellent game from everybody all the way around. Let's go ahead and see who our goalie was. I don't even know who our goalie was in this one. Yeah, Simo was the goalie. She had 35 saves in that game, so excellent job there. The team just, even though they were exhausted from that game against Tampa Bay, managed to hold on here to get a 3-0 victory. Let's take a look at our 3 stars. Yep, Burns with 3 stars, a goal, 2 assists. Walker, a second star, 2 goals and a helper. And Moran. So that second line coming up big there in this game. Walker had the 2 goals. That's most we've seen from him in a while. So excellent job there in a game that, yeah, we expected to get points. Okay. We know Montreal's record. We know how they're playing. So that was one game that we should easily come away with a victory. All right. So after kind of just flowing right through that Montreal Canadiens game, we are currently sitting on 9 points. So great job from the team. I'm sorry, 8 points. Ooh, 8 points. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we have 8 points in this episode. If we can come away with a win, or God forbid, a shootout against the Utah Hockey Club, we get that 9th point that we're looking for. If we get the win, we get our 10th point. So that's great. That would be good, considering we had that 3-game losing streak. So no biggie if we come away with just the 10 points. You see Utah at 19, 18, and 1. We beat them last time we played them. We are 21, 13, and 5, so not doing too bad. I'll let you guys take a look at the stats over there on the right side. They are good in goals for per game. They're struggling everywhere else. So this should hopefully be the kind of game that we might be able to get a couple of points out of. That would be huge. In between the pipes for them, they'll have Vamelka again. He's kind of been their main goalie. In between the pipes for us, yes, DJ. We're going to see DJ. We're going to give her a little bit of a break after that extended game against Tampa Bay, and then that major shutout there against Montreal. So we are at home. DJ's going to jump into the net, and we'll see how we fare against the Utah Hockey Club at the Hartford Civic Center. Okay, so here we are early in the first period, and Gunther puts one past DJ. And not much really happening with the exception of that. We go on to power play. The team has been better on the power play these last couple of games. All right, we've been kind of taking advantage of it. We are down to about the last 5 minutes, and that's going to do it for the first period. Team comes away down 1-0. Just that one lone goal from Gunther. We roll into the second period. Shots are even. Back and forth, Utah on the power play, and we give up another power play goal to Hayton. Again, this is a team we beat in this episode so far. We had that 2 points against them earlier. So if I remember well, I think we actually did score most of our goals towards the end of that game. So end of the second period, nothing really happening for the Whalers. They've got 26 shots. Vamelka is just holding it down in net. Good job for him. We go on a power play. Can we get one? No shutouts, baby. No shutouts. No shutouts. 10 minutes to go. Can we get back-to-back or something? Let's get something going. Anybody. So the trend is going to continue with the back-to-back shutouts. As I was saying right there at the end of the game, so in case you haven't realized or noticed, typically when we shut somebody out, we tend to get shut out in the next game or vice versa. So we go ahead and we decide, yeah, you know what? We're going to take the night off. Nobody's going to pass the puck. Nobody's going to shoot the puck. Nobody's going to score the puck. So we get a 2-0 shutout on home ice. So those fans who came in here to see this offensive juggernaut of the Hartford Whalers score some goals, well, they were let down. They all had to get back on the 95 and go home. 95, I don't know. I grew up in Connecticut, but I never drove. But anyway, they're going to hop on some freeway somewhere going someplace, and unfortunately going to go home without seeing a goal. But at least they'll get to walk through the mall and possibly hit the food court on their way out of the arena. So anyway, we come away with a 2-0 loss against the Utah Hockey Club here in the last game of the episode. Let's go ahead and see our 3 stars. DJ, yeah, he held it down in net, just giving up the 2 goals. So technically he's been good, right? He's not winning because we don't score for him. It's like every time the man puts on the pads and says, I'm playing, we go, yeah, we're going to shut everything down, okay, including our own scoring. We're just not going to score for you, dude. Gunther gets the 2nd star. He had a goal. And then Vejmelka, yeah, he shut us out, so the man deserves a raise. He deserves everything. Good job there from Vejmelka. Okay, so here we are taking a look at our calendar as we move through the remainder of the season. You can see we are 21-14-5 to this point in the season. Okay, let's take a look at our standings. So we currently have a pretty good grasp on a wild card spot. We're 4th in the Atlantic Division behind the Hurricanes, the Lightning, and the Bruins. Out in the Metro, the Rangers, Capitals, and Blue Jackets are 1, 2, and 3. In the Pacific, the Canucks, the Golden Knights, and the Kraken. How about the Kraken? They're 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. The 2 wild card spots are also coming out of the Pacific with the Oilers and the Sharks. I would expect that to change as we move forward. And in the Central, we have the Jets, the Stars, and the Avalanche kind of taking the top spots there. The Jets and the Stars, I think that'll kind of go back and forth. We're kind of almost halfway through the season. Just about halfway through the season. Maybe 2 more games and we'd be halfway through. So, all right. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we have coming up. Right here, you'll see we're going to take on Nashville. We'll have Florida, St. Louis. These are all home games. Then we go to Carolina, Florida, come back to Boston to play. So those are 3 games on the road. We'll take on the Rangers in New York. Then the Islanders. We come back home for Calgary, and we'll finish the next episode with Dallas, who whooped us pretty good last time we played them. So you can see, all right, not a whole lot of room to make some points. So hopefully we can get something going in the very next episode. When we get back in, I'll kind of go over the games. I'll give us an idea of where I think we can get some points and who we can get some points against. We will hit the midway point of the season right after we play the Nashville game. So we might take a look to see, who's doing what, possibly some trades. As we've been rolling through this thing, I've had a couple of simulated trades offered to me. Nothing that's really said, hey, Mike, let's do this, because they're asking for just a little bit too much. They want one of our better players, and they want draft picks, and I don't want to give away all that much. So really, we might just be looking for that 3rd or 4th line guy that can come in and kind of energize the team. And if we do that, we're going to trade a draft pick and a minor leaguer or something like that, just to kind of get somebody to just come in and juice us up a little bit. So with all that being said, folks, we are done for episode number 5. What a roller coaster it was. We did come away with, that's right, 8 points. So we fell short of our 13-point goal. All right, we had a couple of losses that were pretty tough ones. We lost to Utah. That was a game we probably should have won. We lost to the Islanders. We lost to the Senators. So hopefully we can get something out of the next episode. So make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time inside the cave.